What's poppin'? This is Caleb here, and this video is called, this is the Magic Pill Coach Show, and this video, Magic Pill Coach Expect Abundance. So now, this video is about abundance versus success, because typically what we've been about for quite a while in America and in a lot of the world is success, trying to be successful, and the American dream or whatever, right? And I think we're kind of starting to move away from it a little bit, but it's still the major sort of, there's still this major sort of idea that a lot of people seem to be stuck in terms of the success and American dream, and the assumption that the American dream and the American success story is a more abundant picture, a more abundant experience, a more abundant life. You know, when we do it in the certain way, that as though there were a certain, we assume there's a certain path that's the best to take. You know, you go to school, you get a degree, you get a job, you get you start a family, you have a partner, you get kids, and then you know, you retire, you sail around the world or whatever, and then that's that would be so rich. That would just, but I'm going to tell you why that has nothing to do with emotional richness. And I think that instead of what we want, so I'm contrasting American success and abundance. This, and again, everybody has their own idea, but there's sort of an idea of thoughts that are this American dream. Contrasting that with just emotional abundance, because I think what we actually really want is, we sort of envy, in a sense, the emotional abundance of children, the emotional resilience that they can be so excited, just abundantly excited about things. They may be sad about something and they cry, but they get over it, and the next day they wake up and they can't wait to, explore the world and just try new things and have fun, ride whatever emotions they're on, and that's really what we want. Is we want to feel okay. We want to feel like we don't have anything to prove. We want to have peace of mind. We want to be connected to a healthy emotional system where our emotions can build up and resolve without us getting caught up. A lot of adults, from the transition from childhood to adulthood, a lot of adults get emotions caught in their body. Their body becomes closed off, and then so having a rich, abundant life becomes very hard, and then you become focused on things like, well, in the world I'll get this or this will happen, and then the expectation is that you're emotionally going to heal somehow, or it's going to make up for a wound. And actually, so this is the Magic Pill show. So what's the magic pill element, and what's this expect abundance stuff? So, as it actually turns out, we've been wrong about our emotions and how our experience, the nature of our experience, works pretty much all along, it seems, in the majority of our reckonings. In that our emotions come from the inside. Our emotions come from the inside and not the world, and our experience is created from the inside, from thought. And we can be restored to a healthy emotional life, a rich, abundant life, emotionally, just by basically not associate, stopping to associate our emotions with the world and tuning into pure consciousness, because pure consciousness is trying to get into your experience all the time, but we have, in our society, or whatever you want to call it, in our languages, in our societies, we've created barriers to pure consciousness just out of pure ignorance. It's not a conspiracy, because no one with a rich, no one with that is experiencing a rich experience and pure consciousness would put would you know would keep people blindly there, because that would mean they're not really experiencing pure consciousness. They're, so there's no overlords or anything like that keeping you in the dark. We're just, as a people on planet Earth, we're just kind of in the dark right now, because we've built up all these barriers to the light, basically. And so what we want is to get a balance. Now it's like, here's kind of an analogy. It's like you're a nature photographer, where you want to take pictures of nature, and you're waiting for certain lighting and certain things to happen, because you don't control the sun, you don't control or if you're taking an ocean shot, you don't control the waves and stuff like that. You're waiting for nature to be in a position that you want to photograph. But it's like, if we were that nature photographer, you've got settings like saturation and value, which determine how much light or dark is going on. You've got your all your camera settings, and it's like, what we're doing is we have sort of forced a lot of our camera settings into extremes. And so, essentially, we're looking at like black and white out there in the world. We see so little contrast, so little richness, and so little abundance out there, because we have put these barriers up to where abundance comes from, to how we can be connected to abundance. And we are connected. It's just that we have our connection is so dammed up, like a river dam, that we're not experiencing much of that abundance, on a day-to-day basis. And when you do experience it, we tend to associate it with the outside world, and then we try to recreate those circumstances, which never produces the exact same emotion. So this confusion is basically associating our emotion with the outside world, with circumstances, with the world. But actually the world comes out of our feeling. We see what we feel, and we feel from consciousness. So to paint a picture of the potential, the potential is to have a rich emotional experience. It's like, you get the emotional buildup, the excitement, the surprise, the suspense, all that exciting stuff, and then you also get it resolved, and then you get to do it over and over again. This is what the waves of consciousness are doing, and this is what we're writing. It's just that we're like, it's kind of like we're in a ship and we've thrown the anchor down while the waves are going, and so it just kind of sucks when we're trying to control our own experience and we're not actually set up to control it. Okay. Now, so to stop associating, one of the first things to do is to stop associating your emotions, like whether you feel good or bad, with your circumstances. Your happiness, your sadness, your stress, your free feelings, your all the emotions, do not come from the world. They come from inside of you. And so the more that you see that, and the more you stop associating your emotions with the outside, then the potential for rich relationships, for rich health, and all that is abundance. So magic pill coach, expect abundance. So so you let your settings default.